Hey, folks! How you lovely maniacs doing out there today? Well, this is lovely. This here is an illustrated text-based RPG that I found on Game Jolt, as per usual. This surprises nobody! But it looks very nice. And I need to record more. Working for a living's a pain. Did you know that? Responsibilities are annoying. Or I am just the physical embodiment of sloth. I figured this is good. Half the stuff I listen to these days is, MMOs are also bad. You just eat your time. But I figure, let's have a little adventure. Let me tell you a story. Greetings, adventurers. Yes, there we go. Let me record. Let me tell you a story instead of just, everyone knows to stay away from the wilderness. Most people would never risk a lonely journey. Road Wardens not only accept the struggle, they embrace it. They deliver messages, assist merchants, burn human corpses and bees! Anyway, and if possible, get rid of beasts and highwaymen. They live on the road, die young or retire early. It's a dangerous job, but a respectable one, and it pays well. Excellent. I was about to say, maybe I want this job. Just get work done fast and over easy. Well, not easy, but over quick. Death or some other way. And I'm forgetting what I was going to say. I had this entire rant I was going to go off of, but I suppose that just goes to show I don't do so well with stuff like that. The Palisade is still... Is that how I say that right? Palisade? Oh, dear. Dyslexic person's telling you a story. He's reading you a story. So, bear with me. Just let my soothing voice... My soothing character voice. Yes, hold on. Balsilia Shine. Yes, that's who it was. Yeah, yes. Let my D&D character, I guess, read you a story. You're still standing. You don't see wolves around. There's no stench of blood. Good signs. The gate is open, almost welcoming, but a thought of spending a night in camp, such as this one, makes you anxious. A wooden wall may keep away the goblins and pebblers, not peddlers, pebblers, but not dragonlings, nor trolls. I'm much more interested now. I mean, it's an RPG, of course there's dragons and goblins, but I did not... yes. Anyway. It would be safer to look for another shelter, but it doesn't look like you have a choice. The sky is already darkening, and you can hear the tired breath of your palfrey. Oh, yes. It's been carrying you on its back since sunrise. It may not be hungry, but it needs rest. You've got a much smaller chance of to find cutthroats in this place than to encounter dozens of bloodthirsty monsters roaming the night. I need to look around cautiously. You were supposed to meet with a group of soldiers. This should be the place you're looking for, but walking inside without vigilance may be dangerous. The birds, insects, and mammals living among the trees are loud, as usual. If there's anyone inside the camp, they probably didn't notice the sound of trotting hooves. Unless they're watching the surrounding area from a well-hidden spot. Unless they're watching you right now. They shouldn't be aware that you're here. I want them to see that I'm not afraid. Yes, I get off the horse and enter camp. You quickly get off your horse. What makes you realize how tired you are after the entire day of riding? Your back and legs are going to hurt tomorrow. You can already feel it. Let's hope that your axe won't be needed here. All you want is a tavern with a free table, a decent chair, and a nice mug of beer. And maybe some warm stew. Maybe tomorrow. You notice that the road is slowly getting covered with grass. It's probably rarely used. I approach the gate and ready to walk in. There we go. If it's a military camp, it doesn't look the part. A lot of wasted space. Barely any tents. You see some wood set for the campfire, but it wasn't lit yet. Nothing special, really, though the palisade looks firm. 2 men are sitting at the table, one of them holding a cup. Yeah, I should probably talk to him. Even though you don't try to move quietly, it takes them a good couple of moments before one of them even looks at you. Oh, I know how that feels. Your presence doesn't make them any more energetic. The one that is closer to you rises, yes, that's the, raises his, no, it says right, his hand and waves to you in a greeting. He has a mace at his side, quite well crafted, with a head covered in iron. The man doesn't reach for it. He smiles at least slightly, or he smiles at least slightly. Yes, read the entire sentence, then say it. He wears a simple, dirty shirt, though his books look boots, not books. He's a traveling wizard. Welcome, my friend. Though his boots look expensive, durable. His hair and beard are quite messy. His eyes are sleepy. Am I talking to myself? I'm everywhere, secretly. Everyone has a little bit of me hidden somewhere deep within their soul or their psyche. Take a look at the second person. This is just a D&D session. Ooh, I bet I could do a cool one-shot off of this preface. Ooh, yes. After a close look, you realize that the second person is actually a woman. She's wearing a gambeson, the most common type of armor there is. Though, in this case, it looks very masculine, and you will probably have to Google search up that type of armor, so you know what it actually looks like. It wasn't made for a female figure. Maybe it belonged to a different owner before. One that decided to not build boobs onto the breastplate. Despite how interesting that would probably be. She shaved her hair. What's a common way to fight flesh-eating bugs? Her face is gentle. Yes, no, I did read that correct. Her eyes are absent. She looks drained. You could believe that these two are soldiers. One of those that were on duty for way too long. Yeah, I'll let him speak first. Oh, there's a little message down at the bottom that I probably should have read as well. I think it was telling me things about the game. It's nice to see an unarmed traveler. Oh, wait. Hold on. Yeah. Well, it's nice to see an unarmed traveler in this god-forsaken shithole, says the bearded man. Makes me just a tiny bit hopeful, I assume you're staying here for the night? His voice is strong. Maybe not confident, but bold. We're soldiers, he and I, adds the woman. Just a moment ago she seemed to be half asleep, but now she sounds soothingly calm, tranquil. We'll do our best keeping the camp safe, though if you'd like to take the first watch, it would be a huge help. If they're not lying, these are the people you're looking for. Though there should be more of them. Many more. Yeah, I might as well get to the objective. I'm looking for you, Lieutenant. The armored soldier stands up. For the first time you've noticed that she has a sword at her side. A sword. I say that as a joke, and apparently my brain is like, no, it's a permanent thing now. Her hand is on the hilt. It should be easy to unsheath if necessary. I figure you aren't here to visit your family, walking alone like that. So, for the sake of this conversation, we can say it's me you're looking for. She observes you intensely, with curiosity. Are you the messenger? Did you lose your mount? I'm your new road warden. My horse is waiting outside. Oh man, that's such a cool character concept. You should probably unsaddle it, shouldn't you? I bet it's tired. She's looking at the gate for a moment, then at her companion. When she speaks again, you don't see a sign of her previous wariness. Her voice is strong. I have the instructions you were meant to receive at this camp. At least some of them. She pauses for a bit. I am Tulia, by the way. She reaches out to you. A polite handshake. Shake her hand. I'm... Leto? Actually, that's kind of cool already. Who do I go with? What's a good name? Jasper the Magnificent. No, We'll just go with my old standby until I can think of something cooler. The lieutenant's handshake is strong, like a manual laborer's. That makes make a lot more sense. Her grasp is confident, the shake is slight. Then she steps away. You can place your horse wherever you like, though better keep it away from tents. We don't need the smell of its dung. Ah, that reminds me. The soldier in a shirt also stands up. We don't have a tent to spare. If you don't have one, I'm afraid you're going to cover yourself with a blanket alone. No, not a problem. I love to sleep under the stars. You turn away and, with no rush, walk towards your horse. It's nervously looking around, and its snorting makes it clear that it feels uncomfortable. Even though you're used to spending time with palfreys, it's an impressively large creature, not only higher than you, but also massive, wide, as heavy as it is strong. If necessary, you need only a couple of confident, quick moments to sit down in the saddle, but most people wouldn't even know where to begin. From every side, it looks like an unattainable barrier of flesh. Horses are not a common sight in the Empire, and not an indigenous species either. We ride spiders here, son. Giant ones. They were brought here from the conquests in the south, and can't survive in these forests by themselves. They can run for a long time, but not fast enough to escape all of the local monsters. But it's disciplined, trained by experts since it was a foal. It can keep it together. Well, yeah, of course you want to care about your horse. Horse is important. Take care of the horse you rode in on. I might ride through a desert on a horse with no name, but that nameless horse is my friend. Yes, I want it to feel at ease. Once the horse hears you, it turns towards you and makes a few steps. When you get close to one another, you pat its neck a couple of times. Rhythmically, firmly. Just the way it likes it. It doesn't like to be left behind, even for a short time. People avoid referring to the palfreys as either he or she. All animals are considered to be potential monsters, and being emotionally attached to them is believed to bring bad luck. But you know horses are different. They want companionship. They want to be taken care of. Sure, it's difficult to tame them, but at least they aren't as aggressive as wolves. You honestly don't understand how someone can reject friendship with such beautiful creatures. We'll lead it to camp. You stand together right behind the gate. Nearby the campfire... Oh, yes. Read properly, you doofus. While the riding equipment is not that heavy for such a strong animal, after a long time it tends to uncomfortably rub the skin. There's always a chance that you could that you've made some sort of mistake, and it's better to be sure that you didn't, just in case. It would be bad for you to lose your transportation out here in the wilderness. Removing the saddle alone makes it look relieved. It quietly nickers. You wish it had something better to eat than this shabby grass. You should look for a tavern. I need to unpack my things, check if everything is safe, yes. You didn't bring that many things. Fewer than you'd wish for. In the saddlebags you gather some clothes to change, wooden dishes, a candle, things to make a torch, your cape, bandages, food, rations, a knife, a purse, a partridge in a pear tree. Nothing special. After all, the heavier your packages, the more difficult it is for your horse to run. Aside of that, however, you have some more valuable possessions, ones that are essential for your trade. See, since I'm a fighter, I spent my savings on decent combat equipment. I have carefully crafted gamberson, an axe made of steel, and reliable crossbow with quarrels. I have talismans and various ingredients that help me reliably use my magical power. Oh, well, I don't even need to read the rest of that. That's exactly what I want. I have a decent iron axe and an old gamber. Oh, Axe Wizard! Axe Wizard! Probably gonna save the day. We'll see. There's a scholar, and like most people, I'm literate. I have writing and alchemical instructions as well. Oh. Yeah, no magic. It's the only real choice. You collect your stuff and check if anything happened to them. You do it almost automatically, routinely. As usual, you don't find anything out of ordinary, but you feel better knowing it. The soldiers are at the table again. They observe you and quietly talk to each other. Though they don't try and hide it, they also use their hands to eat something out of their wooden bowls. Your stomach growls. You see another wooden bowl put at a previously unused end of a table, as well as a wooden log that is probably meant to be used as a chair. Join them. Don't want to eat with them. Tell them about the area. Okay, both of these options are important, but I think we should share a meal with them. It's gruel. And it looks awful. Like, damn. Most people eat such a meal at least once a day. And you ate them thousands of times before. This specific bowl is filled with water, hog millet, some weird-looking cereal and blueberries. You enjoy the blueberries, you don't enjoy the rest. Doesn't look like it was even boiled. A meal of the poor, a part of you thinks. But you know better than this. To welcome you with something to eat, even with humble dish like this one, is a kind gesture. After all, you're not one of them. Soldiers group in squads, constantly move from one part of the realm to another, make sacrifices to protect the rest of the group, and face dozens of monsters and hideous creatures. Their lives are filled with discipline and camaraderie. Road wardens, on the other hand, learn how to work by themselves. They rarely engage in open combat, patrol the same roads for years, help nearby hamlets to stay in touch and maintain commerce, settle down, make friendships. They usually follow their own judgment. Different responsibilities, different lifestyles. I eat quickly, not focusing on the taste, trying to completely turn off my senses. After that, I ask what they can tell me about the area. Where are all these, anyway? Friendly. Playful. Are these... Ooh, spell. Are these actions I'll be able to take at some point? I imagine they are. She shows no sign of the previous tiredness. She's focused and looks carefully chooses her words. From time to time, she seems to look at something in the distance, but it's clear that she doesn't try to avoid eye contact, and that my phone is dying. She wants to bring her mind as many details as possible. I'm afraid I can't tell you less, I can tell you less than I'd like to, and probably less than I should. She nods towards the other soldier. As you can see, there's not a lot of us left. At the beginning of summer, there was 8 people in this squad, including our previous lieutenant. 5 are dead, 1 ran away in tears. We're also strangers in this land, added her companion. The things you know about this place may help me do my job. The man leans forward, his legs nervously shake. When he speaks, he sounds enthusiastic, like a kid who's asking a bard to sing one more story, or tell a joke, or make a magic trick, whatever it takes to escape from boredom. You realize that his beard hides a much younger face than you originally thought.
What did the officials tell you when they sent you out here? I expect not that much. They seem to have no control over this land.
I share what I know, what I discuss, yes. I share what I know and what I consider relevant. You tell the soldiers how little intel you received from the officials. They mostly warned you that this area is wild, dangerous, and unfamiliar. It's just too far away from the city to keep it under control. In its isolation, the land became mysterious. Nobody knows how many villages, bandits, or monsters may be found in these hills and forests. There are no maps that could help you, and you just found the last military squad that was sent here. You know that, from time to time, new people come here to look for boundless opportunities. Most of them, however, never return. Is it peril that holds them here? Do they find what they're looking for? Nobody could tell me, so I was looking for your guidance. The lieutenant drinks from her cup and changes her posture, almost unconsciously looking for comfort. Seeing her chair makes you doubt she'll be able to find it. So go ahead. Where should we start? Previous ward warden, what happened to your squad? Adjutant lieutenant, what was your squad's mission? Anything I should know about this camp? Let's learn about the camp. It turns out the soldiers don't know much about this place. From what they've told you, it was built by some merchants. They wanted an extra stop for their mules and donkeys, just between the tavern and the southern village. There's plenty of grass here and a pond nearby. When the peninsula became more dangerous, the camp stood abandoned, from time to time serving as a shelter for travelers. It's hard to say if the bandits decided to arrive here and inhabit this place, or if they accidentally stumbled upon it. They came here in spring, further paralyzing the exchange of information between the northern settlements and the city. There is a chance that these highwaymen are no more. The current situation may reverse. Time will tell. The city would need more people to accomplish this, those willing to get rid of the local threats, such as myself.
You can sleep here whenever you want, the man concludes his tale. Though don't expect to wake up without a pain in your back.
After a pause, Tulia asks if you have any more questions. I will work through all of these. How much will be kept in, we shall see. It is only a demo, so I don't have to worry about ruining things too much, but at the same time, it would not hurt to leave some surprises, I imagine. Tell me about the peninsula.
It's difficult to start, so I'll tell you all I know, says the lieutenant. How long did it take you to get here from the city? Wait. Yes. How long did it take you to get here from the city? If your palfrey is decent, it should be about 3 days.
When you confirm, she continues.
So you should be able to get to the coast in about a day, as long as you won't make any stops. Do you know the situation? Why no ships can get here?
You nod. Ships are essential for traders. Having secure sea routes allow the city officials to keep in touch with the coastal villages, collect taxes, move soldiers around, deliver wood, bring back fresh seawood. Vacation and yacht. Maybe. Or get lost on an island, who knows. But trying to maintain order on a wild coast, such as this one, is as wise as trying to fill the water depths with coins.
Yeah, because of the rocks. You can barely land a ship 5 miles from the shore, and boats don't get much closer.
I don't know much about fishing, but apparently... Yes.
Oh, no, this is the lieutenant. I don't know much about fishing, but apparently it also doesn't go that area in, that great in this area. Words are hard. As far as I can tell, there's not that many people willing to live here. In the middle of nowhere, and they don't consider maintaining contact with the city to be any sort of priority.
Once she stops speaking, the man carries on.
They were never hostile towards us, though. They mostly aided us. They never came to meet us here, yet whenever we went to the nearby tavern to resupply, the locals were happy to trade or play dice.
Yeah, but surely you could just face them in their own villages. Did they not allow your squad to enter? How were you able to gather any intel?
The man looks at his superior.
She doesn't look back. Instead, she stares at you for a moment and speaks quietly, with not entirely hidden discomfort. Don't take it the wrong way, but... Are you a religious person?
Well then, this might be an important decision. And now I must deliberate. I could just cop out and say, I don't need to answer this question. Yes.
No, of course you don't. It's just... She stops mid-sentence and takes a moment to think. It's just that I don't want you to assume. I'm not one of these fanatics who want all people to think how they think. See how they see.
She clears her throat. With every sentence she seems to speak faster.
I may not agree with the choices these people make, but it's not like I want to start a holy war against them or anything, or suggest that you should hate them at all.
Once again she stops. Maybe you could just explain what bothers you. That sentence is written like how I speak. Oh boy. Words are hard.
The people here are disquieting.
She thinks for a bit more, but finally seems to recover her confidence.
They follow all sorts of beliefs that would need to be abandoned if they are interested in any sort of trade deal with the city merchants. For example, stay on the road, ride north a bit. When you get to the crossroads, turn left. After half a day, you'll get to a swamp, and soon after, to a village.
I wonder if I should be paying attention to those directions.
It's not exactly pagan, I don't think so. It's even has a priest who claims to be an eremite.
Eremite? So a free church.
Yet they do all sorts of crazy shit there.
Oh, wait.
Yet they do all sorts of crazy shit there.
The man looks uneasy.
They use undead to cut the trees and work in the swamps. They don't even burn the bodies burn the bodies of their relatives. It's a terrifying place. Wait.
Don't even burn the bodies of their relatives. Oh, I'm assuming that's the dead relatives. I thought they were talking about burning the bodies of the living relatives. It's like, well, your cousin's dead. Time to burn everyone. What? I see. Journal update, necromancers. I'm interested. Oh, journal to see quests. Journal. Oh, yes. I have a funny feeling. Hold on one second. Yep. Well, this is a lovely reading adventure, so perhaps I'll split this up into a two-parter. Ideally a two-parter. We'll see how far the demo actually goes. For all I know, this is barely the start, but I guess we'll find out next time. And of course, I'll put a link to this in the bottom, or in the description below, should you be interested in investigating it yourself. If you think you can warden the roads harder than me, or better than me, whatever. Words are hard. Yes. But anyway, it'll be there if you want to check it out. Go check it out. That was actually really cool. And so, until the next time when we resume our adventures, thank you for joining me on this one, and I look forward to seeing you next time.